If the pseudo-Salafis were ruling in Masjid al-Aqsa, they will do half the work of the Israelis. Destroy all the Islamic sites, all the graves will be destroyed. Anything which they believe is a sign of shirk, they would destroy. I mean, half the job of the Israelis would be done. Salafism, pseudo-Salafism cannot preserve the political identity of Islam. It has failed in the past 100 years. Sunni Islam, I'm not saying Brelvism, meaning some of them will say, oh, what is, meaning Brelvism is a later thing. Traditional Sunni Islam, as was understood by Salahuddin al-Ayyubi, all the Brelvis or majority.
But they say we're Athari. They say we're Athari, and therefore we should be included within that.
Meaning, Athari is the traditional school of Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal, rahimahullah ta'ala,
who are traditionally also known as Ahl al-Hadith, right?
Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal permitted someone to touch the mimbar of the Prophet ﷺ for tabarruk, blessings, supplicate. Imam Ahmad permitted placing the hair of the Prophet ﷺ in fact, when the Mu'tazila lashed him in the Mihna, they took his shirt off and he said, look after this shirt because it contains the hair of the Prophet ﷺ. If they had that Athari belief, then there would be no issues. There are so many other things with Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal. Athari creed is the creed of Imam Ahmad, not the creed of Ibn Taymiyyah.
Okay, let's put aside then. Let's put aside the unity of Salahuddin al-Ayyubi.
By the way, when I went to Masjid al-Aqsa recently, I went to Jericho. Salahuddin al-Ayyubi had preserved the grave, what they say is the grave of Musa alayhi salam, because Al-Kathib al-Ahmar is the red dune hill. He preserved the site. He had people buried around the grave for blessings, and he had a seat made for himself where he would, once a year, he would take an urs, a march from Al-Masjid al-Aqsa to the grave of Musa alayhi salam to counter the Christian Easter celebrations. If the pseudo-Salafis were ruling in Masjid al-Aqsa, they will do half the work of the Israelis. Destroy all the Islamic sites, all the graves will be destroyed. Anything which they believe is a sign of shirk, they would destroy. I mean, half the job of the Israelis would be done. So you have the Israelis removing Islamic history in occupied Palestine, and you have the pseudo-Salafis in Makkah al-Mukarramah and al-Madinah al-Munawwarah raising, like the house of Sayyiduna Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu anh, is the location of is the location of KFC today.
Yes,
KFC is built. The Ottomans preserved all of this. We haven't seen these things. That's why we do not realize the immensity of what they are doing. The road that goes down, they call it Misfala, but this is Tariqul Hijrah. Why did the Ottomans name it Tariqul Hijrah? To mark the route of the Prophet ﷺ in Hijrah. And they preserved the house of Sayyidina Abu Bakr Siddiq. Imagine the distinction between the rule of traditional Sunni Islam and the distinction of belief of pseudo-Salafism. Likewise, the Shia Rawafid, if they ruled, they would preserve certain things, but they would destroy certain things. So the only balanced theology, or the correct, there's no such thing as balanced, the correct theology is Sunni Islam.